Photosynthesis. How plants make food. Just like all living things, plants also are made up of cells. The cells of plants are called plant cells. Let's take a quick look at all these things that we see inside a plant cell. The outer covering of the plant cell is the cell wall. The cell wall is quite strong and protects the cell. Inside the cell wall is another protective covering called the cell membrane. This is not as thick or as strong as the cell wall. Inside this lies the actual cell. It is filled with a jelly-like substance called cytoplasm. Floating inside a cytoplasm, we find more parts of the cell. The brain of the cell is the nucleus. If a cell has a nucleus, it means the cell is developed. In some very simple organisms, the cells have no nucleus in them. Such organisms are called prokaryotes. In some complex organisms, the cells have hundreds of nuclei, so it changes from organism to organism. There are large water-filled vacuoles too. You also see many other parts which we will study in detail later. One very special thing that plant cells have is chloroplasts. They are the main performers of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is when plants make food in the presence of sunlight, carbon dioxide and water. Light energy of the sun is converted to sugar. Here's something really interesting. The plant doesn't use all the light that it receives to make energy. Remember what we studied about reflection of light from objects and the colors that we see. See, you got to remember all the science that you learn. When an object looks yellow, what does it mean? It means the object is absorbing all colors except yellow. So when the leaves look green, what does it mean? It means the leaves are definitely not absorbing green light. Scientists have found out that leaves use only the red and blue parts of light to make photosynthesis happen. We already know that there are chloroplasts in the cells of plants. That is where photosynthesis happens. Inside the chloroplasts is the chlorophyll. That is what gives leaves their green color. The chlorophyll is a magic that can grab energy from the sun's light and start the food making process. So we know that a plant needs sunlight and chlorophyll to start photosynthesis. What else? Water. It is absorbed by the roots and sent to the leaves. Carbon dioxide. This is taken from the air. It comes inside the leaf through its pores. Carbon dioxide and water combine with light to create glucose, which is a sugar, and oxygen. The glucose is used directly or indirectly by all living things. Photosynthesis can be written as an equation 6CO2, that is a carbon dioxide, plus 6H2O, that is water, light, C6H12O6, that is sugar, plus 6O2, that is oxygen. Remember that the chloroplasts need water and carbon dioxide for photosynthesis too. How do these come to the leaf? Water is absorbed by the roots of the plant through the circulatory system. It goes from the roots to every part of the plant. Carbon dioxide is in the air. It comes inside the leaf through small holes on the underside of the leaf. These holes are called stomata. Around the holes are guard cells. These cells can keep the opening open or closed. After photosynthesis is done, the sugar is stored in the plant. What happens to the oxygen? It escapes into air through the stomata. So that is the process of photosynthesis. Now you must be wondering, what is it that the chloroplasts actually do? Chloroplasts absorb the light energy and then use it to split the water molecule. Water is made up of oxygen and hydrogen. The hydrogen is used with the carbon dioxide to make glucose. This also frees up the oxygen, which is then released into the air. The overall process of photosynthesis has been known for 300 years, but it's quite a complex thing. You will be studying it in more and more detail as you grow older. However, scientists are still doing a lot of research to find out what exactly happens. What do you think happens in leaves that are not green? Does photosynthesis not happen in such plants? It does. The chloroplasts are there even in these leaves. It's just that they even have a lot of pigments of other colors, so other colors are seen. You usually find such plants where the light is too low or too harsh. These pigments protect the chlorophyll from light damage. What did we just learn? Plant cells have chloroplasts in them which contain chlorophyll. It is chlorophyll that gives leaves their green color. Chlorophyll can trap light energy from the sun, and with water and carbon dioxide it can make glucose. What did we just learn? When a plant makes glucose in the presence of sunlight with the help of chlorophyll, it is called photosynthesis. Photo equals to light, synthesis equal to make. In photosynthesis, glucose is made in the presence of light. This glucose is food for the plant. What did we just learn? The glucose that plants create in the source of energy directly or indirectly for all living things on earth. During photosynthesis, plants use up carbon dioxide from the air and give out oxygen. This keeps living things on earth alive. What did we just learn? Even leaves that do not look green have chloroplasts in them. They have additional pigments of other colors too. That is why the leaf does not look green.